What's up, Terabyte?
I'm Tara with Tara Simon Studios.
And I'm Coach Jeremy.
And today we are talking about how to find your range. Yours, not mine, not his, yours, okay? In order to find yours, we're gonna show you how we do it, okay? This is tapping out our range. We're being super, super vulnerable here. Jeremy is such a good sport. You know, it's kind of like being naked as a singer, you know, like that's all I got. That's all there is to it, right? So no one really wants to tap out their range and kind of tattle on their vocal range and say, well, this is where I stop today. At least today, right? You can always kind of squeak out different notes on certain days, but like for today, we're gonna show you where Coach Jeremy's range taps out at both high and low, and we're gonna talk about the difference between doable and
singable,
because there's a difference, okay? So Coach Jeremy, why don't you tell us what the difference is between doable and singable notes?
Okay, so a doable note is a note that I can sing. Like I can reach that note, whether it's high or low, I can sing it. But a singable note is a note that I will be willing to perform in public today. I will allow the public to hear me sing this note. And so doable notes are more like they're for the practice room. You know, you're really seeing and testing your range and seeing where you are that day.
I can eke it out, but doesn't mean I should necessarily in front of listening ears.
No.
Yes. So singable is something that you can do right now on a stage somewhere and you'd be all right, okay? So as a general rule at TSS, we like to say that if in an exercise you can hit, say, say a C5, right? And that's your top doable note, you're probably at like a B or a B flat in a single note. We usually like to drop it down a half or a whole step, okay?
Absolutely.
And we find that that's a pretty great general rule of thumb and it's tried and true, okay? So that half or whole step lower is something that you could perform on a stage for other listening and discerning ears. That whole step higher, let's save that for the exercises right now.
Exactly.
You know?
And to that point, like we always want to exercise beyond the singable points, you know what I'm saying? That we are really, really warm and getting ready for what we're going to do.
100%. We're stretched. So today, we're going to learn what Coach Jeremy's doable range is. So you get to pick, would you like to go low or high first?
Let's go ahead and go high.
Ripping that Band-Aid off.
I love you all. You just let you know that I really love you. You see me like this. Look.
I'm honestly so proud of him because this is really a very scary and vulnerable thing. Like I'm going to take him to failure. We're not going to stop where he sounds good, y'all. Okay. We're going to go to where he is struggling. All right. Yes, I said struggling. All right. So, in order to go high, where do you want to start? You tell me.
Start on that, on middle C with your, as a fifth.
Like we don't do Z za Z or what would you do?
I'll do Hey Now.
Hey Now? Okay. Yeah. So start on the G then? Okay, you want to do there?
Yes. Well, you want me to start a little bit lower that we can build up into it? Okay.
I think so.
Let the fifth be the C.
Okay, got it. So we're starting on F3 right now.
Okay. Here we go.
Ready?
Hey now.
Good.
Hey now.
Good.
Hey now.
Put your hands on your side.
Hey now. I keep laughing. Hey now.
Very nice.
Hey now.
Nicely supported, nice vowels.
Hey now.
Beautiful.
Hey now.
Looking out.
Hey now.
Very nice. Don't you look at those keys.
Hey now. Really close. Hey now.
Very good.
Hey now. I know where it is. I can feel it.
I love you.
Coming.
I love you, Coach Jeremy. You're amazing. Okay, so that was that B, all right? Yes, that was that B.
All right.
Yeah, so B5 for Jeremy is where the train kind of comes to a stop, a grinding halt, I would say.
Grinding halt.
Halt. Yes. And it's interesting how you can feel that tension build up. You're like, here it comes, right? And there's this sense of like anxiety that builds up there. That's actually something that we believe is mental. The singing is 90% mental, 10% talent. Now, Jeremy, if I did that a few times and got him used to that note, he'd be able to sing that B. But I would still bring him back down to say the B flat or for the A.
Yeah.
Now, I think the training has a lot to do with which one you choose. So if there's someone in here that's got good technique, that's a pro singer, or someone that's trained vocally, I would probably say it's safe to only back you down a half a step.
Yeah.
I'd say that with your technical background, you'd be fine doing that B flat as a singable note on stage. But if you were someone who was new, who squeaked out that B, I would say, you know what? We're going to A as your singable, okay?
Right.
So if Jeremy was a student of mine and not a coach, I would say to him, okay, Jeremy, we got to B today, but your singable note is gonna be a B flat. Or I may, if he was a complete beginner, say, okay, we got to B today, Jeremy, but your singable note today is an A. Okay?
Absolutely.
Makes
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
So that's his high, and that's his, there are 3 different ways to define range. That's his high in chest, okay? Do you want to define low chest, or do you want to go up to head?
Let's go low.
Okay, so now we've defined up to chest, yeah? Now we're going to define his low in chest, and then we're going to go to the rafters. We're going to go and define his upper register, okay, and see what that is too, because there's 3 different types, all right? And a lot of people really only focus on the chest. We're doing that first, but I really think it's important, even as a male, to know what your upper extension is, your falsetto, some of you call it, right? And if you haven't heard our debate on falsetto, go ahead and check out that tutorial on what is falsetto, because that was kind of fun. Jeremy, we kind of went back and forth a little bit. Yeah, digged it out. Okay, so which one would you like to start on, Jeremy, for defining your low register?
Let's start on the 5th being that middle C again.
Okay. And you want to do Hey Now again?
Can we do Hallelujah?
Yeah. Sure. Hallelujah. 2. Ready? And.
Hallelujah.
Beautiful. Ooh.
Hallelujah.
Don't look like you hate me.
Hallelujah. Make me laugh. Hallelujah.
I love his yaw. It's beautiful.
Hallelujah.
Very nice.
Hallelujah.
Very nice and bright.
Hallelujah.
Yes, gorgeous.
Hallelujah.
That was my goal.
Hallelujah.
Good job. And.
Hallelujah.
Good. Very nice.
Hallelujah.
Ooh, nice and rich tones here.
Hallelujah.
Good. Very nice.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Nice highlight and bright at the bottom.
Hallelujah.
And.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Ooh, yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes, moving down again.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
You got another one, boy. You got another one. That's crazy. Good.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Okay. Now I took you there. Okay. Wow. Okay. So that was E2 at the bottom that we bottomed out on. So
Whoa.
we're gonna say F was his doable, right? And I would say a half step. I'd probably say actually on the low end, a whole step would be more feasible, more comfortable, and more successful in a public environment setting for a note like on the bottom. But F2 would be his doable. Okay, so we've got the B up top here. We've got B5. We got B5 on the top, and we have F2 on the bottom as chest. That is. Woo! That is a 2 and basically a half octave chest range there, which is nice. It's really a lot to work with, actually, especially for a male. And now,
To the rafters.
I love you. I really do. You're such a good sport. People are learning so much. Just think of the people, the goodness.
It's for you.
It's for you guys.
Oh,
so,
terabytes.
what would you, the terabytes? Yes. What would you like to do exercise-wise to go up? You pick.
Just an open the 5th.
Okay. So which no? Let's see.
Yeah.
You there? Okay. 2. Ready? And. Good.
I did.
Okay, we're gonna back you down. I want to give you one more chance on that. Don't look at the notes.
All right.
Psychs you out.
Yes.
2, ready, and. And. Good, very nice. Yes. One more. Let's just try. Okay. So that's not bad, guys. That is. I really feel like we could have gotten to high C.
But yeah.
That's whistle. He's got a little bit of beginnings of whistle going on, guys. So this is, I think if I really wanted to embarrass him, we could have gotten to high C. we are 1/2 step away from high C. We're at that B right below high C right here. And that's doable. Like the sound came out, right? But let's just be honest. That's not something that he would want to display on stage for the world to hear, right? So I'm saying that probably a whole step down from there, which would be that A below high C, would be his top singable for head voice, okay? So really, we're working with a lot here. We're working with a lot of range. You got, what on the bottom? You got down to the F, F2, and now we're all the way up to A, up top, right below high C. So we've got 1, 2, 3 octaves and 3 notes. We've got 3 octaves and a third, a major third of range. Okay, male Mariah. All right, well, you know, that's pretty darn good. So, which is why you teach both male and female people, because you can pretty much demonstrate all the notes. That's amazing. That's awesome. So this is how we define at TSS our range, what we are capable of doing. And here's why it's valuable. When you know what your limitations are, you also can know what you can excel at within those limitations, and then you can expand those limitations as well. Okay, so it's a great, kind of like when someone's going to the gym for the first time and they take that proverbial before shot and you're like, no, right? But then 6 months later, you take that shot after, and if you did the right things and didn't eat like a slob for the next 6 months, you're gonna see some difference, right? And it's really encouraging. So this is essentially the very first thing we do in lessons. Right. I mean, we write this down in our practice sheets and we say, okay, this is where you are. This is your vocal before picture. Right. So that as we go through range expansion, vocal exercises, technique in voice, as we go through our lessons from week to week, we can say, hey, yo, guess what? A month ago, you were here. And guess what, sister girl? You are here now. Right. And it's like, oh,
it's
wow.
incredible. It's a really great feeling for those students that they're like, wow, look where I've come from. It's great.
Yes. And the proof is in the pudding, right? There's no, this is not a tangible art form. And therefore it's really difficult to measure progress. You can measure damage, or you can measure a downturn in vocal progress, but you really can't measure the upturn as well. It's hard to measure. And this is just one of the ways at TSS that we measure your progress. This is your vocal before picture.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, Jeremy.
It's okay.
But it's so good. And this is nothing to scoff at. 3 octaves and a third is some serious range, and proficient, by the way. This is great technique that he's singing. He's like, I hate her so much. I'm quitting after this video. But I really hope and know, actually, that you guys got a lot out of this. We're gonna actually, if you haven't seen already, make sure that you check out the upcoming one for females as well, because we're gonna post that one after this one, and it's gonna be finding your range for a female. This is for a male. So if you like this video and you're a female, don't worry, the other one is coming. We're going to release that after this one, but make sure that you take this into account, because the same way we did it for males is the same exact way we're doing it for females. We just want to give you an actual live example of what a female voice would sound like, but this is the same thing that we'd be doing in that video as well. So make sure you check that one out. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, click that notifications button you know you want to, so that you can be part of our notification squad and be a member of the Terabyte TSS family. And there's a link below in the box that says private lessons. If you want a lesson with Coach Jeremy, you better email us, because he is amazing. He's trained personally by me, and you're gonna benefit so much from his training. I know it. Thousands and thousands of people all over the world train at TSS, and you can be one of them. Coach Jeremy, doesn't matter what time zone you're in, he'll wake up at midnight to train you. It's fine, right?
I will. For the good of people.
For the good of the people, right? So make sure you check that out. And if you haven't already, you can also check out instareactions.com. That's something really cool that we do, as well as our 8-week course. There's all sorts of things in that description box to help you take your voice from good to great. We love you. We are proud of you. And we will see you guys on the next one. Bye.